Quentin Tarantino just sparked a massive debate among movie lovers by dismissing Paul Dano's standout role in There Will Be Blood as totally underwhelming. Could this be the bold take that divides fans forever? The iconic director behind hits like Kill Bill recently stirred up quite the storm during his guest spot on the Bret Easton Ellis podcast. He was sharing his personal picks for the top 20 movies from the 2000s onward, and Paul Thomas Anderson's gripping 2007 drama, There Will Be Blood, a tale of ambition, oil, and moral decay in early 20th century America, made it to number 5 on his list. For those new to film awards, this movie snagged a BAFTA nomination for Dano, highlighting how his portrayal of the young, scheming preacher Eli Sunday was seen by many as a breakthrough. But here's where it gets controversial. Tarantino didn't hold back on what he saw as a major shortcoming in this otherwise brilliant film. He explained that it could have easily claimed the top spot, maybe even number 1 or 2, if not for one glaring issue. The floor is Paul Dano, he bluntly stated. For beginners, a two-hander in cinema means a story that pivots around just two central characters, creating a tense dynamic between them. Think of it like a high-stakes duel on screen. In this case, Dano's character was meant to go head-to-head with Daniel Day-Lewis's powerhouse performance as the ruthless oil tycoon Daniel Plainview. Yet Tarantino argued it fell flat, saying, "It's supposed to be a two-hander, but it's glaringly obvious it's not. Dano is weak source, man. He's the weak link." Austin Butler, the charismatic star from Elvis, would have nailed that part. Dano comes off as such a bland, unengaging presence. He's like the least compelling actor in the entire Screen Actors Guild. These sharp words from Tarantino quickly spread like wildfire across social media, drawing sharp criticism from fans and critics who felt he was way off base. And this is the part most people miss. While Tarantino's opinions often carry weight because of his own success as a filmmaker, they are still just one person's view in a subjective art form like acting. Film enthusiast and critic John Rocher fired back on X, formerly Twitter, pointing out, "At some point, us film buffs need to quit idolizing this fast-talking ex-video store employee and realize his takes on movies and performances aren't divine wisdom." Rocher made it clear he admires Tarantino's work, calling him a talented director and skilled screenwriter, though he noted the director's controversial use of certain language in his scripts, but insisted, that said, not all his views are spot on. He's off the mark about Dano here. Check out the full thread, https://x.com/therockcases/status/199599940444007415862. Echoing that sentiment, another user on X called out the inappropriateness of the critique, stating, "No filmmaker ought to trash an actor like that publicly. It's downright nasty." See https://x.com/status/1996003068727447848. A third defender highlighted Dano's strengths, saying, "Tarantino's take on Paul Dano misses the mark in every way. He more than held his own against a titan like Daniel Day-Lewis. I'd even argue he outshone Leonardo DiCaprio's role in Gangs of New York. Dano built a layered character, actually playing two sides to it with nuance. It's truly one of the all-time great screen performances." Link, https://x.com/mademoiselle_s/status/1995999240665931812. One more fan jumped in with passion, "That's a flat-out fabrication, and he knows it. Paul Dano completely dominated that role and matched Daniel Day-Lewis blow for blow, going toe-to-toe with a living legend." Interestingly, while the backlash focused on his Dano diss, plenty of online chatter buzzed with questions about any deeper grudge Tarantino might have against the actor. Is there untold history here, or is this just Tarantino being his usual provocative self? On a brighter note, Tarantino had nothing but glowing words for Ridley Scott's intense 2001 war epic, Black Hawk Down, labeling it an absolute masterwork for its raw depiction of the 1993 Battle of Mogadishu and its unflinching look at modern combat. So, what do you think? Is Tarantino onto something with his critique of Dano's performance, or is he overlooking the subtle genius that made There Will Be Blood a modern classic? Maybe Dano's quiet intensity was the perfect foil to Day-Lewis's bombast, a controversial counterpoint worth debating. Drop your thoughts in the comments, agree, disagree, or got a hot take of your own. Let's keep the conversation going.